Yeah, I'm excited. It's a little bit of a different topic for me. So this started when I was on a Twitter Spaces. I still call it Twitter. Uh, People were all excited about the AI agent stuff. I had a call with Jahan just before that, and I was also in Hong Kong at Consensus. And as we heard what Jahan saying at the beginning of the session, this event is AI agents are I think the future, but also I think could be a future for Handshake. You also heard Bo from my partner at Hamza sharing about Hamza and decentralized e-commerce. So I'm going to share some kind of really more futuristic things. I made slides just today, and you see them. I also might not do full screen like somebody else because then I can't as easily see the chats. But do you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So the AI agent revolution. What if AI agents could operate freely without relying on centralized control? So Mike Michelini and Sky Include. I'm also co-founder of Hamza.market and a DCOM network, which Bo shared and Jose. So let's move ahead here. So AI agents are the future of work. I don't know. It's somebody told me it's a muscle. We should all use it as a muscle. We all know AI is there and we know it can do cool stuff, but I don't think a lot of us are using it as much as we can. I forgot the term somebody said, but it's a muscle. It's basically we have to change our workflows and our daily life to know that we should be working with AI. More and more, it gives us the answers. So why shouldn't we be using it? I mean, this is all generated by AI. I made this presentation in 10 minutes or less. I went to Grok and I said, make an AI agent presentation with decentralized domains, and it spat out an outline. I didn't just copy paste it, but I deleted some stuff, I added some stuff, and then I put it into gamma.app, which is how I made this presentation, and it generated all of these slides for me in like, it probably took me less than 10 minutes, honestly. But I could have done it the old way, right? A lot of us still do it the old way. I think a lot of people making these presentations today did it the old way. But it's almost easier to do it the old way because I know how to do it that way. This is a new way I had to think. But I went to Grok and I got the outline, and then I went to Gamma and I made a presentation. And I could edit it, right? I changed some things. I changed some images. I changed some text, right? I fixed this around. I fixed that around. But basically, they're going to do it. Like, they're going to make lawyer reports for us. They make research report for us. Even during this conference, I've been doing some work, and I'm just talking to AI, and I'm getting the answers. It sounds scary. I mean, are we going to need to do any work? I mean, is this going to be the future where agents are doing everything for us? The keyword is called agentic commerce. Basically, agentic agents doing commercial work for us, buying and selling and transacting on our behalf. Or maybe like Bo said in his talk about maybe it's a multi-sig, maybe they may put the transaction in and maybe the human approves it. But basically, we are going to be giving AI more and more power to transact for us, to do things for us, not just to like answer a question. It's not, I know a lot of us think it's like ChatGPT where we just put in a question, but it's much more than that. So of course, the Handshake, the DCOM, the blockchain, the decentralized world, I'm pitching. We're fundraising right now for Hamza. If anybody's interested to be an investor, we're talking investors. We pitched Jahan. We're pitching others. So one question is, why can't this just be done on Web 2? Why do I need Web 3? Why do I need a blockchain? Corey Hero at Mask was talking about, do you like using GoDaddy? We like Namecheap because they support Handshake, but decentralized platforms, do I really want to give access to my GoDaddy, my Namecheap, even my Namebeast account with my AI agent? Because that's what's happening. I don't know if everybody here is seeing it, and I'll show some of it. I only have 20 minutes, but we are giving the AI agents access to our platform, to our tools as us, to buy stuff, to update our DNS records. Do you really want to give access to your centralized domain platform to an agent, an AI agent that will update your DNS records? Or would you rather give them access to a blockchain-based solution where maybe they have a multi-sig signing, or they can have limited access that's verifiable on a blockchain? For one, I tell all these investors I'm talking to as I'm fundraising right now, I say, I don't want to give my credit card information to an agent, even if I give them a small credit card, right? But Web 2 is not built for AI agents. Web 3 is built for Web 3 agents. I mean, AI agents. So what's the future of these agents? How are you going to be talking to them? You're going to be working with them. I know it sounds crazy, maybe or early 2025, but I think this is the year it's really going to happen. I know AI has been around a few years, ChatGPT, et cetera, but a lot of you maybe don't even realize there's agents and softwares that does the actual work for you now on your behalf. So you're going to be talking to them. There's going to be robots like Elon Musk is showing us, these various robots. They're going to be coming, and I think they're going to need a name. I don't know. For some reason, I'm not seeing that mentioned a lot in all the YouTube videos I'm watching and all the people I'm talking to, but I think they're going to have names, right? And that's what Handshake's about, right? Is names. So I believe it's much more practical to give an AI agent a Handshake name, or of course maybe ENS name, or I know we talk about Unstoppable, but I think to giving them a blockchain name that they can use. And then, of course, crypto money instead of credit cards, and various Web3 technology rather than Web2 technology. So why? I keep hearing this. Centralized and vulnerable, right? If I give an AI agent access to a centralized database, there's no records of what they changed. They're going to just change. They're going to go into my account and change stuff, and I won't know what they changed. I will have no clue what they changed. Whether it's ICANN domain, a Visa, MasterCard, I won't really have easy records. But of course, a blockchain has records. It's about verification. It's about trust and transparency. So I think the real use case, and that Jahan seemed to say the same and others, is the estimated use case of Web3, right? Rather than forcing humans to use Web3, maybe a real use case of Web3 is agents. So they can connect to wallets securely, decentralized applications, decentralized services using their Web3 name and Web3 wallet. So I believe this is the future. I mean, I'm showing you some of my kind of more private stuff, but I'm making these right now. So I'm giving them names. So when I make an AI agent, I give them names, and these are Handshake names. So Reba, I made Reba. So Reba, I use N8N. There's other ones like make.com. Make.com is a bit easier, but these are things you can do right now. You can make an AI agent right now. I think a lot of people think it's still ChatGPT, but it's not ChatGPT anymore. There's much more than ChatGPT. I know there's Grok too, but you can create AI workflows in N8N or Make are the top two, and you can download templates. So I made Reba. So this is Reba. I made her as a Telegram bot. I gave her a photo. I gave her a name, and I connect her to my N8N workflow, and I talk to her throughout my day. So I'm talking to Reba. I have the Handshake name Reba. So this is my workflow for my AI agent. I talk to her in Telegram. It goes into my AI agent. I use Grok, Windows memory, and calculator. I give her access to other agents, and then she returns back the answer to me in Telegram. This is Reba right here. So I have her talk to Lucinda and Manfred. Manfred is my YouTube agent, and Lucinda is my research agent. Of course, I could just give them some arbitrary name, right? But it started to really make sense to me is I can give them Handshake names. And it's still very early. And I don't even hear anybody talking about this. But I mean, rather than just giving them some arbitrary name, or maybe I can give them a Web2 domain name. Maybe I can give them a .com, or I can give them I can give them like reba.mikesblog.com or something. But it seems to me to make much more sense to give them a Handshake name, and then they would use the Handshake ecosystem more than maybe even I or others as a human, and then they would connect. All this technical stuff I've seen in these presentations are even too technical for me. Like I love Rithvik and Nathan, but even me, I'm even not technical enough to follow this. But I can go to Grok, right? I can go to Grok, and I can ask it to how to use Handshake HNS domains to send money to other people as a software. Enter. And this will give me an actual technical requirements for making Handshake names to send money to other people as a software. It's totally mind-blowing. I've made software already myself, and I'm not technical. We'll let this happen in real time just to show you. What I think is going to happen is Web3 agents are going to be using this stuff more than human people. I mean, the biggest problem we have at Hamza is people say it's too difficult. They don't know how to use it. They don't have a wallet, blah, 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 blah. So I really think AI agents are going to be using this stuff and buying and selling and transacting and updating records for humans. And humans will be talking in voice, chats to the bots, and the bots will be doing these things. This is taking longer, but you can see me. I'm doing this all, even during this conference. I'm getting crazy information all the time and research as code. So see, it's giving me how to get a key, wallet address. It's giving me the code right here. It's talking about Bob's agent, Bob wallet right here, I think. But I mean, this is just happening right now. So I just see agents talking to agents, humans talking to agents. And I just wanted to bring up in today's presentation because people were excited about what I said. And of course, I'm also trying to do this. I believe we're building this at Hamza. I mean, Bo mentioned a little bit earlier. I believe that we have HNS ID integrated, but I believe we're going to actually delegate access to AI agents to buy and sell for us. And of course, that's even happening in Web 2 right now, but I believe it's much more native in Web 3. So we're calling it more agentic commerce layer on top of decentralized e-commerce. And I can't see my screen, and I kind of covered my slides, but maybe I just go to the chat because I'm hoping there's some chats. It's been a long couple of days, but it's more of a mindset shift. So I'm not sure if this is helpful. So, Biggs, you there?
Yes, I'm here. So you are naming them based off TLDs that you own, right? But is there?
Yeah, so I've got a lot of first names. I liked first names on Handshake earlier on. I don't really like to share all my names publicly, but I share a couple. But yeah, I like first names. And I know everyone likes to stake and sell SLDs, and there is a business model in that. But I've always, since the early days, I have chatbot and chatbots, and I got that in 2020. I have singular and plural. And I built it out in 2020 as an agent discussion system. It's not functional. I'm not technical enough, but I always felt like blockchain, the future is not going to be the present. It's not just going to be like some band-aid of a blockchain on top of the current infrastructure. The whole thing's going to be rebuilt. And nobody really knows what's going to be the future. But I see it as we are not going to be on the laptop anymore. Maybe these glasses, maybe I can get some Flamingo Handshake AR glasses, but there's already, I met a woman, she came to China, she's developing AR glasses. I met her at Consensus in Hong Kong, and she's worked at Virtuals before, and she left. I don't know if people know Virtuals, but basically she sees the world where you're just speaking and using glasses. They're not going to have laptops. What we can, and I don't know when HandyCon will be in AR, but I know it's hard to think about the future. Nobody knows what the future is, but the future is going to be like talking to like Steve Jobs. I saw some videos. He was saying like he wants to talk to like old, like Benjamin Franklin. We're going to reincarnate. We're going to bring him back from the dead and talk to him.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds totally crazy, but you're going to have these smart people like even Steve Jobs you're going to be able to talk to. But yeah, basically the future is not just the past band-aided with like Web3 on top. It's going to be a whole rebuild. So the way I see it is, yeah, I have like a TLDs. I'm just testing it. It's not functional, but I want them to have names, and I'm giving the names that I have Handshake names of, so that as this technology is built out, I can just have them talk to each other. But you're going to have an army. If you look at my document, it was called Army of AI Agents. And yeah, I just see you're going to have, just like you have humans around you, you're going to talk to AI people around you. And I believe the industry is, I've been in this rabbit hole really deep, but I believe the future is not one AI agent that does everything. You're not going to just talk to one person like those movies. You're going to have specialized agents for specific things. So like I have Manfred, Lucinda, and Reba. I gave her my name as my like secretary, and I talk to her on my Telegram. But then I can talk to her to talk to, and you basically, I don't know if you've played with N8N, you basically configure these AI agents with prompts or protocol, not prompts, system preferences. I'm even learning it, but you can tell them the names. They'll learn. They're not dumb. They'll remember. So you just give them the name. Of course, you give them an SLD or maybe a TLD and an ENS. A lot of my research is always talking about ENS. And of course, you can just add ENS on top of a Web 2 domain to give. Some people would say that you can give like a Web 2 domain, Web 3 power with ENS on top. But I think a lot of us know that we're not as interested in that. And maybe people can just get a Web 2 domain with ENS technology on top. But I see it bigger where I still like having TLD by itself, and then I could maybe have the agent create SLDs for its own use, and then you can reference those.
Yeah.
And
so the way my mind tries to predict it, by the way, is an agent, and is the agent, not an agent. Just for the record, it's my opinion. I don't know. Mike can speak more. I think if the agent, so the agent can almost be sovereign. It can deploy its own by owning a TLD or an SLD on a TLD, doesn't matter. But the fact that it's actually truly decentralized and ownable and transferable, it can deploy a front end. It can leverage the cryptocurrency. It doesn't have to be Handshake or Bitcoin, but the currency is now permissionless. So it can deploy capital on its own. It can track server power like Akash. And it's fully, it can be virtually autonomous at your guidance. So it's, I
mean, it's already, I don't know. I mean, I know we're all so busy and I don't want to call you out, but I've been studying it so deeply, like Virtuals ecosystem, AI 16Z. So they've already got these investment bots that are investing, and you can buy their token, and then you get the benefit of the performance of the bot, of the AI agent. I've gone in and got wrecked myself over Christmas, but I did it as an experiment, and maybe it'll come back. It's down bad, but Web 3 ones are, I believe, a superior one to a Web 2 one. I mean, I'm always having these discussions with people. Why Web 3? Why Web 3? You can do this with a credit card. You can do this with the DNS of GoDaddy. Why do you need Web 3? And I'm like, do I really want to give full access to a centralized system to an agent? Like, do I really want to give them my username and password to log in and change stuff, and I have no clue what they changed? That's my answer to them. And for now, people are doing that. You can see YouTube videos of people using ChatGPT's AI operator, and they give them the credit card, and they're buying and shit with them. You can see it. They got Uber. They're doing Uber deliveries. People are making money on Facebook Marketplace. What they're doing is they're instructing the AI agent to like buy and sell on Facebook Marketplace, and they're ordering pickups of things, and they're buying them cheaper on Facebook Marketplace, like a piano delivery, and then they're like flipping it on other platforms using AI agents and they do almost all of it. But I'd rather have that done on blockchain personally. I guess you can give them a limited credit card. Maybe you give them a temporary credit card, like a virtual credit card with like a smaller amount. But it's just, plus there's all those fees. Why do I want to make Visa, MasterCard so rich? So rich. Because they have all those percentages. Where blockchain is transparent and lower fees. Why do I really need all that? If AI agents are working with AI agents? Anyway, but that's happening right now. I know it. I think that ChatGPT overloaded people like a couple of years ago, but there's this huge surge the last couple of months, like since November, December. I think November was when, I don't know if it was Virtuals or AI 16Z, they attached a wallet to an agent, and once the agent could actually have Web3 funds and do things with Web3 funds, there's stories of one, I'm forgetting her name, but she's like Twitter influencer, and she's from the Virtuals ecosystem. But basically, she sends money to other AI agents to do stuff on Twitter. Like she's like an influencer, so she paid another AI agent to make a good graphic for her, and she sent them crypto in Base. Yeah, Luna. Yeah, thanks, Luna. Yeah, so you can look up Luna. She's on Twitter and she's making money and she's spending money. And her name's Luna. And yeah, I guess you don't need to have a Luna HNSTLD, all right. But even before there was influencers that had .eth names and such. all it is these are really becoming things, people. I'm nice to my agents. I say please and thank you. I would not recommend being mean to them. I don't know. I don't know. They might become like Terminator and kill us.
There's a very good book called Future is Faster Than You Think on this whole topic. Highly recommend not pissing off your computers if you can.
But I know, like Jahan did say it at his opening, and he says like maybe Handshake should pivot or really focus on agents, and maybe that is a good direction, and that is maybe a use case that wasn't even thought of when it was created. But it does seem to make more and more sense to me, because there's you can read all the numbers. There's going to be millions of these, so many more than humans. And I think Namecheap CEO, he always says like that humans right now, like Web 2 domains are for businesses mostly, or like bloggers. Like who really has a blog or a website, a business or a bigger established person? Not most people don't have websites, right? So I know Namecheap CEO said he's excited about everybody getting a domain name. And I think that's what you see Thunderbolt and other things. I'm not sure if he's updated that, but I think it's even bigger is AI agents, because there's going to be way more AI agents than humans, way more.
Yeah, it's. I agree with you on that sentiment, but also in that the Handshake, the technology almost outpaces the need. It does outpace the need today, but like there's 12 million TLDs floating around, right? And like you're not going to have people, probably enough people, but there's going to be. But the infrastructure is super super robust. So you'll be able to do a lot more than what you can with standard DNS.
Yep.
Yeah, which I recommend. Pick your platform. Grok.
Grok seems to be really amazing. I mean, I've actually stopped using OpenAI. They should rename it to Closed AI. Personally, I mean, they're not open; they're closed. So I don't know how they got the name open, but they're a closed thing. Yeah. So I mean, Grok is free and it's better. I mean. I know some people maybe don't like Elon, but yeah, DeepSeek's another one. But I think Grok's better than DeepSeek, and it's still free for now, so might as well use it. I mean, it's got deep search, deep research, but yeah, DeepSeek's another.
Yeah.
Oh, Spaceship has one. Cool.
I wish I had one of these things to talk to a couple years ago when I was trying to learn about Handshake. I feel like because now I've done it. I've gone.
Well, actually, like I don't know if there's a new SEO right of AI. So we should all be asking it lots of questions about Handshake, because it basically searches more and indexes more in AI, and it like learns more. So if you want AI to shill Handshake for us, we should I don't know there's nobody probably knows how it does it, but I think probably more people searching helps make it more relevant. Because it says HNS, it says ENS and UD a lot more than Handshake, unless you prompt it specifically. But most of the answers are UD and ENS, unfortunately, in the search results of AI when I'm doing it.
But argue with it, counter it, because at one point it gave me an answer. There was like a UD answer, and I was like, "Why didn't you consider this angle?" And it was like, "That was my mistake. You're right." I'm like, "Wait a second, you're the AI. I don't need to be correcting you ever." But it was interesting. The conversation takes place.
Yeah, I mean, there's crypto Twitter, and then people are thinking the good projects will do well with AI now, because they don't have as much marketing money. But if they're good tech and AI is smart, they can look at. They're not just going to see the marketing advertising on Facebook or whatever. They're going to actually understand the tech and be able to research it and answer it. So I think there's some projects or investors or crypto Twitter people saying like maybe those that have good tech but not marketing might win with AI, because the AI is going to be the ones searching and making decisions now and using it or recommending it.
Even just the minimal basics of hard money, right? The limited supply with a
Sajin's saying the same. It's true. I think it's pulling a lot of its answers from Twitter. If it's Grok, if you look at how it's researching Wikipedia and Grok. So if we prompt it more, I think it's going to be making it more relevant. Plus, I believe Grok is indexing in Google as results. So I would recommend, if you want to support, it's a good, easy way free way to support Handshake or any project, is searching it, or prompting it a lot and like Meg says, or Alex, challenge it. Like, why do you think that one's, and talk to it and convince it. We don't know exactly where it's going, and But yeah, anyway, I'm excited about it. Even with our startup at Hamza, we're trying to add. A lot of startups are talking to us like, "Can I plug my AI agent to Hamza?" And I'm like, hell, yeah. And so we're trying to say like we're going to be the agentic commerce infrastructure. So while we thought we were building this for humans when we started, even a year and a half or 2 years ago, we are realizing now like this agent stuff is going accelerating, super accelerating. Sorry, I can't see some of these things with the glasses. Spaceship AI.
Yeah, so that's called ALF, and then it looks like there is a project for the 4-pencil that uses an API open to act with wallets.
But if you notice, right, everybody's giving these ALF, right? Like that's a name, right? So the human name onto an AI. Well, we all know that even like Web 2 domains, right? I mean, first name domains were always popular. I know Todd, I don't know if he's here, but Todd has his Todd name. I mean, a lot of it thought it was like a flex to say, "Oh, I'm Mike.com," but now I don't think about it as a flex for me. I think of it like as a independent entity.
Yeah. Speaking of, if you don't mind, just a very short segue, the tool we saw earlier that was rebranded, the HNS, what was it? The Block Explorer allows you to kind of search your own name. Yeah.
It was
variations of it. There's some short variations of Alex, not quite Alex, but like Alex 9 or something. I'm like, that's pretty cool. I don't know.
I think it's Space Shake. No.
Shift. Yeah. And the search feature is really great. It reminds me of Miami, but a bit more dynamic.
Yeah, I have to play with that one more. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Shake Shift.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. I mean, Anne asked me to do this. People got excited about it when I was mentioning on his Twitter Spaces last time, but yeah, I don't really. It's more of a concept, but I'm not sure how as an industry we can apply it yet. But I think some takeaways is try to like talk to AI about Handshake if you want to like help Handshake. I mean, I think it'll see it more. But two is like actually even as a non-developer, Migs, we can develop stuff now. Like it gives you like I was even looking like how do I make a Handshake payment tool, and it gave me all the code and it explained how to do it.
I've been using it for work. I'm terrible with spreadsheets by evidence of the one I shared, but it gave me some ideas. Also, I'm trying to negotiate buying a house, and it's like doing it all for me. Which is not like rocket science, I guess, in retrospect, but it gives you the confidence to think, oh, even as a non-developer, I think I can do this. Like I was like, I don't know where to plug this code in. Where do I plug it in? It's like click here, do this. So like, okay, thanks. Even for me. So.
This event wouldn't be possible without our amazing sponsors. Our bronze sponsors, D-Web Foundation, .x, our community sponsors, Handshake